Airlines Liberian government congratulates the People's Republic of China ahead of the country's 75th National Day this Tuesday, October 1. Man who allegedly killed his pregnant girlfriend and her 6-year-old daughter faces police investigation after his arrest early Monday. 2011 Nobel laureate Lehman Bowie echoes her support for Liberia's candidacy for a permanent or non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, calls on all Liberians to join the campaign regardless of political differences, and away from Liberia, Rwanda authorities restrict funeral activities for victims of Marburg virus in an effort to curb an outbreak of the highly contagious disease. These plus many more, the voices of the newsmakers, sports, as well as the news bulletin are all packaged on today's edition of the program News Desk. We'll take a break to be right back.
On the United Nations Security Council. Madam Bowie said it is an opportunity that Liberia must seize to showcase its potential of peace building and advancing democracy globally. The 2011 Nobel laureate revealed that winning a seat on the Security Council comes with a lot of benefits, including global recognition and advanced diplomatic opportunities that all Liberians must be proud of. She praised the presence of former President Ellen Johnson's relief in New York at the launch of the country's debate. Port calls on President Joseph Boakai to go beyond politics by involving all leaders, including former President George Weah. Lemambowi told an ELBC interview on Monday that she will continue to seek support for Liberia's bid at any opportunity she has to interact with global leaders, calling on influential Liberians to do the same for the sake of the country. At the same time, Madame Bowie has expressed her support for ongoing audits of past officials of government. She, however, noted that these processes will be seen as witch hunts and non-professional. That's not professional. Every government official has the picture of those being audited on their social media pages for public laughter, saying it is wrong. The Nobel laureate has also challenged the government to institute measures on cutting waste, including deduction on the huge salary benefits of appointed and elected officials. The Liberian government has congratulated the People's Republic of China ahead of the country's 75th National Day anniversary this Tuesday, October 1. President Joseph Boakai, in his message to the Chinese government, extended on behalf of the people of Liberia his heartfelt compliments in observance of the day. In his communication, the Liberian leader re-emphasized that the relationship between the two countries will grow stronger in the spirit of international cooperation. The Liberian chief executive also hailed the president of China for his government continuous support to strengthen Liberia's developmental agenda. In another development, the Liberian government and neighboring countries have signed a significant agreement with the government of Morocco to enhance cooperation. The agreement was initiated by the Foreign Minister of Morocco for Africa Cooperation, along with Liberia's foreign minister and her counterparts from Ivory Coast. According to a foreign ministry release, the agreement will cover key areas including vocational training, education, and technical cooperation in priorities areas. The signing of the agreement was held on the 79th section of the United Nations General Assembly in New York. The Liberian National Police has arrested and is investigating a 23-year-old man for allegedly killing his girlfriend and her 6-year-old daughter. Madison Gappet allegedly committed the murder over the weekend in Brownsville, White Plain, Montserrat County, and escaped the scene. He was arrested early Monday and is currently on ongoing investigation at the police headquarters in Monrovia. According to police spokeswoman Cecilia Clark, Gabriel allegedly killed his 21-year-old pregnant girlfriend and her 6-year-old daughter in a three-bedroom house he was taking care of in Robertsville. Madam Clark told RCI News via phone on Monday that investigations are still ongoing and findings will be shared with the public in due time. The chairperson of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights says he is deeply concerned about government lawyers' alleged refusal to surrender several pieces of evidence to the court, including 115,000 United States dollars seized from a Guinean suspected of planning to overthrow the government of Guinea through Liberia. Councillor Dempster Brown Monday told RCI News that he wondered why prosecuting lawyers are reportedly refusing to turn over defendant Ibrahim Khalif Sharif items, including his 115,000 United States dollars, to the court after they admitted taking the amount for him during his arrest in Monrovia. According to Councillor Brown, the action of prosecuting lawyers is shameful and led to the court issuing an arrest order for the Justice Minister and his deputies for contempt. Councillor Brown has welcomed the decision from Criminal Court A resident Judge Roosevelt Willie to hold the Attorney General and his deputies for contempt, adding those security officers who apprehended the Guinean national will be compelled to produce the items, including the catch in question. Judge Roosevelt Willie Monday ordered the arrest of the Justice Minister and his deputies for contempt for prosecuting lawyers' alleged refusal to surrender all military documents, including the 115,000 United States dollars that was seized from the defendant during his arrest. It can be recalled state security officers arrested defendant Sharif for reportedly planning to overthrow the military government of Guinea headed by General Mamadi Doumbouya through the border between Liberia and Guinea. It it was accused He was accused of multiple crimes, including machinery, armed insurrection, criminal facilitation, criminal conspiracy, criminal solicitation, and paramilitary activities. Representative Foley family has disclosed the allegation that's the allocation of 30,000 United States dollars in the recent budget for the Bone Mines Hospital. The Bone County District 7 representative promised to lobby in the House of Representatives for budgetary increment for the hospital to meet the healthcare needs of the people. Representative Famula over the weekend paid a visit to the Bone Mines Hospital where a special surgery outreach was taking place. Speaking to cross-section of residents in Bone Mines, the lawmaker vowed to work with the hospital administrators to obtain an X-ray machine, something he said has been a challenge for the hospital. In another development, some local leaders in District 7 Bone County have hailed Representative Family for continuous advocacy for the betterment of the district. The Office of Representative Family, in collaboration with stakeholders in the district, are expected to officially launch Bone County District 7 scholarship drives. Speaking at the weekend, during a stakeholder meeting, Commissioner Hampton Giddens appreciated Representative Family for his strong lobbying power that is beneficial to residents of the district. Also speaking, a local businesswoman, Mami Harris, termed the initiative as the first of a kind for a lawmaker of the district, calling a meeting where their voices can be heard to take part in the decision-making process. The Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission (LACC) has expressed serious concern over the allegation of off-budget spending amounting to about 15 million United States dollars. The LACC said it is concerned because such reports undermines public trust in government, weaken fiscal discipline, and pose risks to the country's financial integrity. Meanwhile, the Liberian Anti-Corruption Commission says it has commence a preliminary review of the allegations and will do a comprehensive investigation to determine the claims, establish accountability, and ensure that proper legal procedures are followed. In a press release issued on Monday, the LCC said it will engage relevant stakeholders, including the Ministry of Finance and other oversight institutions, to ensure fair inquiries. To release calls the commissions and saying the public, the media, and all stakeholders to avoid investigation to the release courts the commission as urging the public, the media, and all stakeholders to allow the investigation to proceed without undue speculations or assumption. The LCC maintained that it remains steadfast in its mission to combat corruption in all forms, to promote accountability and safeguard public funds. In its quest for expansion and strengthening its position in the religious community in Liberia, the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia has ordained two new priests. The church on Sunday, September 29, 2024, ordained two of its members as deacons following a month of deliberations led by Bishop Nimned Doyen, head of the church. The ordination ceremony was held at the church headquarters in Johnsonville Township. The newly ordained priests are Reverend Brian Colubar of Louva County and Reverend Philbert Nimne of Grand Creek County. In his ordination remark, Bishop Nimne Doyen charged the newly ordained reverends to serve faithfully following the teachings of the Holy Bible. He emphasized that their ordination was part of God's divine plan and called on them to work in the interest of God and the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia. At the same at the ceremony, that he emphasized that the ordination was part of God's plans and called for them to work. At the ceremony graced by the head of the Orthodox Catholic Church of Sierra Leone, Monsignor Oliver Lamini Williams, Bishop Doyen urged the newly ordained preachers to be servants of humanity in line with the teachings of the Catholic Church. The Environmental Protection Agency says it is concerned about a video circulating on social media showcasing a live worm within an enclosed sachet water believed to be from Liberia. According to an EPA press release, the agency has viewed investigated the video and wishes to inform the public that the water seen in the video is not from Liberia, but rather from another African country, stating that the video of the sachet water branded as Edu Pure was first uploaded on social media about a year ago. The EPA reassures the public that it will continue to work with key stakeholders in the water and sanitation, including the National Water Sanitation and Hygiene Commission, the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and the Water and Sewer Corporation, as well as the Ministry of Health, to ensure that the quality of water produced for human consumption meets appropriate standards. Workers of the Temporary Empowerment for Community Youth has staged a mass protest at the Ministry of Finance, blocking the major routes in demand of their 30-month salaries arrears reportedly owed them by the government of Liberia. The TECY project, which was launched and replaced and the reclaiming Liberia branches, that's beaches, reclaiming Liberia bridges, that's beaches and waterways project on April 28, 2024 was aimed at creating employment opportunities for initially 100,000 vulnerable individuals in 14 slums communities in Monserrado County. One of the group supervisor, Joseph David, told the station that US 2.5 million was placed in the national budget in June 2024 for the arrears settlement. But after this passage of the recast budget, the money reduced to US 200,000, while the government remains insensitive to their plight. And away from Liberia, Rwandan's authorities have restricted funeral sites for victims of Marburg virus in an effort to curb the outbreak of the highly contagious virus. 8 people have died during Rwanda's first outbreak of the virus, which was confirmed on Friday by the nation's health ministry. Marburg, which that's with a fertility rate of up to 88%, is from the same virus family as Ebola. It spreads to humans from foods, bites, and then through contact with bodily fluid or infected individual. In a new guideline to halt the spread of Marburg, the health ministry said no more than 50 people should attend the funeral of a person who died of the virus. Normal business and other activities can continue in the East Africa country, said the advisor that's published on Sunday evening. That's our CR News Bulletin. Is back to you, Johnson.
Joining us in one of our top developments, Liberian government congratulates the People's Republic of China ahead of the country's 75th National Day this Tuesday, October 1. Let's bring you our first development on the program. The Liberian National Police has arrested and is investigating a 23-year-old man for allegedly killing his pregnant girlfriend and her 6-year-old daughter. Madison Garby allegedly committed the murder at a weekend in Robertsville, White Plains, most of the county, and escaped the scene. Police spokesman is the spokeswoman is Isidra Clark. She will explain more through RCR News via mobile phone.
Yes, I can confirm that the police responded at Robertsville, White Plains, Monserrate County, reference to an alleged homicide involving the victim name is Alpomis Boa, age 21, and she was allegedly slaughtered to death along with her 6-year-old daughter. It is in a 3-bedroom building at the Seal community, and the building is owned by one Madame Faith Gaga, and the suspect involved is Martin Capet. He was actually a caretaker of the home, so he's believed to be 23 years of age. The victim is 21 years of age. So as it stands, we have not gotten any official statement from him. Our investigation is continuing, but he has been arrested and is currently at the headquarters of the National Police here undergoing investigation. At first, when the incident occurred, he absconded the scene and to an unknown location, but he was arrested. So it's true, he's currently here. Any information after they have taken a statement and what he will be charged with and others will be communicated. Subsequently, we inform the public, but he's currently here. We have now gone through the preliminary findings of the investigation.
Madam Cecilia Clark is police spokeswoman there speaking via mobile phone to RCR News. 2011 Peace Prize winner Nobetas Lima Bowie has re-echoed her support for Liberia's candidacy for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. Madam Bowie said it is an opportunity that Liberia must seize to showcase its potential of peace building and advancing democracy globally. The 2011 Nobel laureate revealed that winning a seat on the Security Council comes with a lot of benefits, including global recognition and advanced diplomatic opportunities that all Liberians must be proud of and support. She is 2011 Nobel Peace winner. She's Madam Lema Bowie there speaking. At the same time, Madam Bowie has expressed her support for ongoing audits of past officials of government. She, however, noted that these processes will be seen as witch hunt and not profession if every government official has the pictures of those being audited on the official media pages for public laughter, saying it is wrong. The chairperson of the Independent National Commission on Human Rights says he is deeply concerned about government lawyers' alleged refusal to surrender several pieces of evidence to the court, including 115,000 United States dollars seized from a Guinean suspect of planning or suspected of planning to overthrow the government of Guinea through Liberia. Consider Dexter Brown told RCI News that he wonders why prosecuting lawyers are reportedly refusing to turn over defendant Abraham Sharif's items, including the 115,000 United States dollars, to the court after they admitted taking the amount from him during his arrest in Monrovia. Let's now bring you this development here on the program News Desk. If you're just joining us, it is News Desk for the 5 minutes of news from the News and Current Affairs Department of the Renaissance Communications Incorporated. Representative Wole family has disclosed the allocation of 30,000 United States dollars in a recast budget for the Boma Hospital. The Bon County District 7 representative promised to lobby in the House of Representatives for budgetary increment for the hospital to meet the healthcare needs of his people. Representative Foley family over the weekend paid a visit to the Bonman's Hospital, where a special surgery outreach was taking place. Speaking to a cross-section of residents in Bonman's, the lawmaker vowed to work with the hospital administrators to obtain an X-ray machine, something he said has been a challenge for the hospital. He is Bon County District 7 representative and the Secretary General of the Bon Legislative Caucus. His Representative Foley family. In another development, some local leaders in District 7 Bon County have hailed Representative Foley family for his continuous advocacy for the betterment of the district. The office of Representative Foley family, in collaboration with stakeholders of the district, are expected to officially launch Bon County District 7 Scholarship Draft Speaking at the weekend during a meeting or stakeholder meeting, Commissioner Hampton Giddens appreciated Representative Foley family for a strong lobbying power that is beneficial to residents of the district. He is the commissioner of Farmer District in Bon County. They're speaking his Hampton Giddens. Also speaking, a local businesswoman, Mami Harris termed the initiative as the first of a kind for a lawmaker of the district, calling a meeting where their voices can be heard to take part in the decision-making process. She is a local businesswoman in Bon County. She's Mami Harris. They're speaking during a meeting with stakeholders of the district that will lead to the official launch of the scholarship drive across District 7 Bon County. Earlier on, we heard a voice of the Commissioner Hampton Giddens and also the representative for the family. Workers of the Temporary Empowerment for Community Youth have staged a mass protest at the Ministry of Finance, blocking the major route in demand of their 30 months salary arrears reported owed by the Liberian government. The TECY project, which was launched and replaced by the Reclaiming Liberia Beaches and Waterways project on April 28, 2022, was aimed at creating employment opportunities for initial 1,100 volunteer individuals in 14 slum communities in Maswara County. One of the group supervisors, Joseph David, told the station that 2.5 million was placed in the national budget in June 2024 for the arrears settlement, but after the passage of the recast budget, the money reduced to 200,000, while the government remains insensitive for their plights. Joseph David is one of the supervisors of the temporary empowerment for community youth. The speaking responding to the situation on the protest ground. Finance Minister Augustine Kaufman announced the setting up of a three-party committee involving the Ministry of Finance, the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and the leadership of the project workers to amicably resolve the matter.
Let me drop it. Oh, just the beat of the phone.
He is Finance Minister Augustine Capon, the responding to protesters on the ground of the Ministry of Finance, and added on heard the voice of one of the supervisors of the temporary empowerment for community youth. He's Joseph David. He spoke of the protesters on Monday. At this point, Erin Batafayon, who is pretty seated to bring us the passion of life sports. Good evening.
Good evening, Johnson. Good evening, everyone. Basketball Spartacle lost their chance of being crowned champions of the 2024 National Basketball Second Division on Sunday after losing to Hawaii Kings in a truly competitive match 59 to 57 points. After taking the 2-0 lead in the best out of five series in the first two matches, they went on to lose the remaining three matches to their rivals. However, Game 5 on last Sunday evening at SKD Basketball Gymnasium in Pinzio will be remembered as one of the best finals in the history of basketball in Liberia. Spectators of the two teams were in jubilant mood throughout the four quarters, but intimidation was again at the highest peak despite tension on the court between the two teams. At the end, it was Hawaii Kings spectators who celebrated the most after the final whistle went with the score of 59-57 points in favor of the Hawaii Kings players. But Spartaco head coach Wale Bad was in conversation with reporters blaming her team defeat to interference by some albeit top officials and alleged that technical assistant was regendered to Hawaii Kings throughout the series. In his joyous mood, Albert Famulent of Highway Kings attributed the team's success to hard work, dedication, and commitment. At the same time, Commissioner retained the women's division after another win over Invincible 11 women's team in Game 5 to make it 3-2 as out of 5 series. The match ended 35 to 44 points. Then I bring you a highlight of the joyous celebration of Albert Famulent on Sunday evening. Now to football, Emmanuel C scored a hat-trick as Watanga FC demolished 10-man Pinzo FC over the weekend at SKD Sports Stadium to be crowned champions of the 2024-2025 Elevate Super Cup. The Super Cup is a traditional match that played between the winner of the previous National League and the League Cup before the kickoff of the new league season. Shatta Angels were also crowned champions of the women's category of the Super Cup, courtesy of a 4-3 post-match penalty shootout victory over the Tamingers. The regular time of play ended one apiece. Meanwhile, the 2024-2025 league season will kick off on October 16, confirmed by the Liberian Football Association. This edition, according to Elevate, will be played at 7 venues across the country. The selected venues are SKD Sports Complex in Pinzio, Anthony Tottenham Sports Stadium in Monrovia, SKD Pride Page in Pinzio, Tusa Field, and the 12 Field in Nuku Town. Others are those Williams Sports Stadium in Buchanan, Grand Bassa County, and David Koyan Stadium in Central Liberia, that's Banka City, Bon County. African New Star Sports Academy and NASA have reached a 2-year loan deal with Sierra Leone Premier League club Safra FC of Georgia Salif. The young Liberian has already arrived at Freetown, Sierra Leone to complete the deal. The forward is one of the current best talents Liberians depending on for the future. And away from Liberia, 8-time NBA All-Star, that's Dikembe Mutombo of the Congo, has died from brain cancer at the age of 58. That's it for the Sports Johnson.
Edwin Butterfire and the Passion of Life Sports, a regular future news desk. This news program has been sponsored by Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited. Let's bring you more developments on the program. In its quest for expansion and strengthening its position in the religious community in Liberia, the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia has ordained 2 new priests. The church on Sunday, September 29, 2024, ordained 2 of members as deacons following a month-long of deliberations led by Bishop Nimedoyen, head of the church. The ordination ceremony was held at the church headquarters in Jacksonville Township. The newly ordained priests are Reverend Bian Kolba of Lofa County and Reverend Fibent Nimlin of Grand Crew County. His ordination's remarks, Bishop Nimlin Doyen charged the newly ordained reverends to serve faithfully, following the teachings of the Holy Bible. He emphasized that their ordination was part of God's divine plan and called on them to work in the interests of God and the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia.
My dear people of God, thank you for coming to this diaconate ordination. It is the first diaconate ordination of the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia. May God bless you and grant you the reward of the good works you do. Amen. These men, being Koluba and Philibert Brahmo Himle, who are your relatives, your sons and friends, are about to be raised to the order of deacon. You, our dear people of God, should therefore consider carefully the position in the church and among God's people which they will have. They will draw new strength from the gift of the Holy Spirit and will provide for the bishop and his priests as ministers of the word of the liturgy of charity, making themselves servants to all men. And when appointed ministers as ministers of the liturgy, they will proclaim the gospel, make all preparations for the sacrifice, and this will be the body and blood of the Lord to the people. In addition, it will be their duty at the bishop's direction to instruct the faithful in doctrine, to preside over public prayer, to confer baptisms, to assist at marriages, to bring the home to the dying, and to lead the rites of burial. Once they are consecrated by that laying on of hands that comes to us from the apostles and linked more to the altar, they will undertake the ministry of charity in the name of the bishop or the parish priest.
Bishop Nimne Doyen is the head of the Independent Catholic Church of Liberia, thus speaking during the ordination of two of its members in Liberia. The ceremony was graced by head of the Orthodox Catholic Church of Sierra Leone, Oliver Lamini Williams, where Bishop Nimne Doyen urged the newly ordained preachers to be servants of humanity in line with the teachings of Jesus Christ. Taking us home now on today's edition of the program News Desk, but as we take leave of you, a recap of our major developments. Liberian government congratulates the People's Republic of China ahead of the country's 75th National Day this Tuesday, October 1. Man who allegedly killed his pregnant girlfriend and 6-year-old daughter faces police investigation after his arrest early Monday. 2011 Nobel laureate Lema Bowie re-echoes her support for Liberia's candidacy for a non-permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council, calls on Liberians to join the campaign regardless of political differences, and away from Liberian, Rwandan authorities restrict funeral activities for victims of Marburg virus in an effort to curb an outbreak of the highly contagious disease. Love to say many thanks to our writers, contributors, correspondents for making today's edition of the program sources. Thanks to Orange Liberia and EcoBank Liberia Limited for their sponsorship, to FCD radio station for relaying this broadcast. Erin Batafoyan will here with the news in sports, while Nakita Ramos brought for us the news bulletin. Kobo Sanga Sarah control and produce our sound, while Henry Jala control the camera. My name is Johnson Bantoma. I presented. Good night.